Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to talk about my experience with the menstrual cup. I recently switched over to the menstrual cup and I'm going to share my experience, my review about the product, and just very personal details about how you should use it, and every other question that you may think of when you're using a menstrual cup for the first time. So if you're interested in knowing all about the menstrual cup, keep watching, and if you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And now let's get started. So first of all, what exactly is a menstrual cup? A menstrual cup is basically a device, a silicone cup, which replaces other menstrual hygiene products like pads and tampons. This is something that you can use when you are on your period. So I had been thinking about switching to a menstrual cup for at least the past 2 years, but somehow I just didn't venture into it because my experience with using a tampon has not been the best experience possible, and I have been using sanitary pads for all these years. So switching over to tampon is something that never happened because one, the whole process of inserting it and then taking it out, and the in-between period, and the mess that it used to create while taking out the tampon, it just never I never felt comfortable with that, and somehow never got back to using tampons. I thought, okay, fine, I'm maybe stuck with pads for the rest of my life. It's okay. I was okay with that. For the past 2 years I had been thinking about switching over to the menstrual cup, but then I got pregnant, and then the whole postpartum amenorrhea where you don't get your period for a few months after the delivery. Mine lasted for 8 months, so I got my first period 8 months after my delivery. So for around 1.5 quarter to 2 years I did not get my period, obviously, and then again this didn't happen. Then when I got back to having my period regularly after the delivery, again I went back to the normal pads, but last month I decided I'm going to give this a try and let's see, because this is a very eco-friendly option. That was the first thing that came to my mind when I decided to switch over to the menstrual cup. So as we all know, a pad is an external thing that you wear when you are on your period. You wear it outside your body, but a tampon is something which goes inside your body and it absorbs all the blood and everything, and you take it out. This again is not an external thing. It does need to be inserted into your body, but unlike a tampon which absorbs all the blood, this is something which collects the blood. So all the menstrual discharge is going to be inside this cup. You just have to take it out, flush everything into the WC, clean and sterilize it, and put it back again. Now why I made the switch was because of this being a very eco-friendly option. One menstrual cup, if you take good care of it, is going to last you at least 3 to 5 years, and this one cost me I think around 350-400 rupees. So 4 to 5 years, 3 to 5 years at least with one cup. I received it a few days back, and the very next day I got my period. So reluctantly I tried it. Now I'll tell you why I got this one. The one that I have is from Sirona, and the packaging says pad free periods, no rashes, leakage or odor, and a menstrual cup, 8 to 10 hours protection, economical. The size is medium. Inside the packaging you get this one pouch to carry your cup in, and a leaflet with all the instructions and how to maintain hygiene and all the details about the product. Now there are 3 sizes available: small, medium and large, depending on your age, depending on your sexual activity, and depending on your parity, that is depending on whether you have kids or not. You have to select the size. I went in for the size medium. Why is that so? On the website they say for anybody who has kids has to go for size large, but my delivery happened via C-section, so the size medium is what fits me, and I've tried it, and this is what fit me properly. I have no complaints with the sizing. I also went to Sirona's Instagram handle and contacted them. I asked them what should be the size that I should opt for, and they also suggested medium, and that's what I bought for myself. Now this is not a paid placement. I bought for this with my own money. How do you use it? The first thing that you have to do before and after every period is to sterilize the cup. And how do you do that? Take a bowl with boiling water, put off the gas, and then you put the cup into the boiling water for about 5 to 10 minutes. While you're on your period, in between two usages, you can clean it with a sterilizing solution. They also sell that separately, but I did not get that. I just washed it with the regular V-wash and a little bit of Dettol. Didn't really opt for the separately sold sterilizing solution for this. I thought it was, I thought first at least let me get comfortable with this, then I'll think about. Now, how do you insert it? It is a flexible silicone cup. You have to fold it once like this, and then you bring these two together. Also, the inner thing, whichever one goes inside, I personally like to push it a little inwards so that only one layer is outside when you are inserting it, because if both of them are at the same level, it becomes a little difficult to insert. So the inner layer should be a little inwards. You just have to have a pointed tip. Now that's something really important. Insertion is the most daunting part, even the taking out. But yeah, for the first time user, insertion can be a little tricky. Insertion does not have to be straight upwards. You have to insert it and go a little backwards. So you have to push it backwards towards the tailbone. That's what you have to aim for. And yeah, insertion wasn't very difficult except for the first time. So what I personally the position in which I felt the most comfortable was while I'm standing, and one foot or one leg is on top of the WC. So basically half squat, half standing kind of a position, and then you just fold it, insert it, and you're good to go. And yeah, when it goes inside and you leave it, it makes that sound. So that's when you know that it is now in place. Now this thick part is what you can feel, not externally, but you can definitely feel it most of the time, and that's how you remember that you're on a period. Because otherwise, using a menstrual cup, you just completely forget that you're on a period. I am just sold by the whole concept of using a menstrual cup. Really, I'm not kidding. It just changed my menstrual life. Now it holds up to 20 to 25 ml of menstrual blood, and that's for somebody who has normal flow, average flow. This is something which is going to last you about 8 to 10 hours on your heavy flow day. So day 1 and day 2, in my case, I have the heaviest flow, and since this was my first time, I ended up taking it out and washing it and reinserting it about 2 to 3 times a day. I just wanted to understand my body, how frequently I need to empty the cup, so that from the next time I'm at least sorted on the number of times I need to clean it during the day. So day 1 and day 2, where I have heavy flow, I ended up emptying this up about twice a day. But on both the days I felt that I could have left it for a bit long. I basically emptied the cup every 6 hours on day 1 and day 2, and then I understood that okay, maybe I can go a little longer. On their instructions leaflet, they say that you can wear it for 8 to 10 hours. I did leave it overnight, and I did not face any problems with overflow or anything. I am talking about somebody who has average menstrual flow. If you have a heavier flow, by all means empty it more frequently. In 1 or 2 cycles you will understand how frequently you need to change, or how frequent. I am saying change again and again, because that's what we've been doing all these years, changing pads. But yeah, you need to empty the menstrual cup. One more thing, the cup has 4 holes over here. This is to create the vacuum or the grip once it goes inside and opens up. You really don't feel anything once the cup is inside. If it is sitting inside properly, you will not feel anything. You can do all your activities, and at times you'd even forget that you are on your period if you're not in too much pain. This is something which has completely changed my life. I'm sold for life. I don't think I'm ever going back to wearing a pad. Okay, the next part is the taking out part, where you need to grab. Now this is where the stick comes in. You need to grab the stick, and this has these 4 lines over it for better grip. So you have to pull the cup out. Sometimes you may need to pushing from inside kind of feeling, where you are definitely pushing something out of your body, so you need to exert a little bit of pressure to hold it and pull it out, because once it goes inside, it creates this vacuum from which you need to take it out. So sorry for the TMI. I think this is really important to discuss, especially for somebody who's planning to use a menstrual cup for the first time. So this is really important. Then take out the cup, then you empty it into the WC, and then you wash it with whatever solution you want to use. You want to use V-wash, or you want to use products that come for the menstrual cup, you can use that also. And then you just quickly fold it and put it back in again. So that was the whole process that you have to follow. And in terms of my experience on all, I'll see my period usually stays for about 4 days. So on all the days we are all home right now, but on one of the days, on the second day, I had to go out for some work, and that's when I decided that I will wear an extra pad for protection, just to be sure, because second day is usually the heaviest flow, but no leakage, no overflow, no nothing. It was good for me for about 8 hours, even on my heavy flow days. I'm not sure why they mentioned this way, but the packaging says menstrual cups don't impact virginity. A menstrual cup is not a contraceptive. But the leaflet here says women who have no sexual experience are not recommended to use the menstrual cup. Now these are two very conflicting things. I would say that yes, a menstrual cup does not affect your virginity, because your hymen does not sit at this level from the outside of your body. The hymen is a little up inside. When it comes to the point that women who have no sexual experience are not recommended to use the menstrual cup, I would maybe agree with that, because the whole process of putting something inside, leaving it there for a few hours, taking it out is not the easiest thing that you have to do. You definitely have to exert a little push. Even putting it inside your body can be a little too much, I'd say, for somebody who has no sexual experience. Now don't take me wrong, I'm not, this is not a very judgmental kind of a statement, but for somebody with no sexual experience, I would say that if you want to use it, by all means go ahead and use it, but it may take a little practice, and for some people it can be a little too much. So I'm just saying, be careful. It's not going to affect your virginity as per their information, but if you have no sexual experience, it can be a little too much. So just be careful, be prepared for it. It's not going to do any damage or anything, but just be careful. So that was my whole experience of using a menstrual cup, and why you should use it, should not use it. I think it is a very very woman friendly option. I am definitely not going back to pads anytime, and if it lasts me even 3 years for something which cost me around 400 rupees. I ordered this off of Amazon. I think there was some discount also going on at that time, so watch out for deals. I think this is a very hygienic way of taking your period forward. I think it is also a very eco-friendly way, because every time you're on your period, you end up using at least 3 to 4 pads every day, and if it stays for 4 to 5 days, that makes it to about 15 to 20. You've changed a little less frequently on your light flow days, but even then, with time you need to change your pad because of hygiene reasons. And 15 to 20 pads every period versus one silicone cup for even if for a minimum 3 years, I think this is a very, very eco-friendly option. Also, we should all be looking into eco-friendly options. Also, this is an Indian brand. We all should support Indian brands now. We all should be vocal for local and support homegrown brands. That's the ideal way moving forward in this world, in this new post-COVID-19 world. So I would highly recommend that you try out this brand Sirona, and I would also recommend you to at least give the menstrual cup one try, and I'm sure you will not be disappointed. Now, that was all from my side. The lighting in this video has been changing because of the lighting outside. So suddenly it's sunny, suddenly it's not. Anyway, without digressing from the topic, do give the menstrual cup a try. If you have any questions or you want to share your own experience, which is probably different from mine, let me know in the comments down below. I'd like to hear them all, and I'll get back to you if you have any questions. To let me know in the comments down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and more than that, I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please do give this video a big thumbs up. If you have any more requests, let me know those too in the comments down below, and I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Bye.